Charlie's Angels, 1976. Cast then and now, 2026. Fame, tragedy, and what they didn't show you. Farrah Fawcett. Farrah Fawcett didn't just star in Charlie's Angels, she became its most powerful symbol. Born on February 2, 1947 in Texas, as Mary Farrah Lenny Fawcett, her rise to fame was anything but typical. She didn't even audition for the role of Jill Monroe. Instead, producer Aaron Spelling cast her after casually knowing her through tennis games with her then-husband Lee Majors.
And Beverly Hills real estate agent Cindy Barnes.
That chance decision would help ignite a cultural explosion. By 1977, Fawcett was arguably the most famous woman in America. Her iconic red swimsuit poster sold an astonishing 12 million copies, becoming one of the best-selling posters of all time. She also won the People's Choice Award that year, solidifying her status as a television phenomenon. Yet at the peak of her fame, she made a bold move, leaving the show after just one season to pursue more serious acting roles. That decision paid off. In 1984, her performance in The Burning Bed drew approximately 75 million viewers and earned her a Primetime Emmy nomination, proving she was far more than a pinup icon. She continued to take on challenging roles,
Couldn't complain because I was just
reshaping her public image. Farrah Fawcett passed away on June 25, 2009 at the age of 62 after battling anal cancer that had metastasized. Today, her legacy extends beyond entertainment. The Farrah Fawcett Foundation continues to fund cancer research and raise awareness, reflecting her final mission. While her son Redmond has faced ongoing personal struggles, Fawcett herself remains an enduring symbol not just of 1970s beauty and fame, but of resilience, reinvention, and courage in the face of illness. Kate Jackson. Kate Jackson played a defining role in shaping Charlie's Angels from the very beginning, both on and off screen. Born Lucy Kate Jackson on October 29, 1948 in Alabama, she wasn't just one of the original stars. She was instrumental in the show's identity. In fact, she famously suggested the title Charlie's Angels, a name that would become television history.
Yours was the table my husband demanded yesterday at the hotel.
As Sabrina Duncan, she portrayed the sharp-minded strategist, the one who connected the dots, solved cases, and anchored the team with intelligence and composure. During her time on the series 1976 to 1979, Jackson earned 3 combined Emmy and Golden Globe nominations, reflecting both critical respect and audience admiration.
Nice of you to help Beth with the move.
However, her departure at the end of Season 3 came under difficult circumstances. A scheduling conflict prevented her from starring in Kramer vs. Kramer, a role that ultimately went to Meryl Streep, who later won an Academy Award. The situation created lasting tension, leading to Jackson's exit. In the decades that followed, her life took a more personal turn. Jackson faced significant health challenges, including breast cancer diagnoses in 1987 and 1989, both of which she overcame, as well as open-heart surgery in 1995 to correct a congenital condition.
No long-time fascination with it?
It seemed like a good idea.
That same year, she adopted her son, Charles, marking a new chapter away from Hollywood's spotlight. Now 77, she resides quietly on a farm in Keswick, Virginia, not far from longtime friend Jacqueline Smith. Her last on-screen appearance was in 2007 on Criminal Minds. In a rare public return, she is expected to participate in a Paley Fest reunion on April 6, 2026, offering fans a meaningful glimpse of a woman who helped define an era and then chose to step away on her own terms. Jacqueline Smith. Jacqueline Smith stands as the enduring heart of Charlie's Angels, the only original angel to remain from the pilot episode through the series finale, all 115 episodes from 1976 to 1981. Born Jacqueline Ellen Smith on October 26, 1945 in Texas, she brought a calm strength to the role of Kelly Garrett, a character defined by poise, empathy, and quiet determination.
Nolan, have you ever met any?
While the show saw cast changes and shifting dynamics, Smith provided a steady presence that helped anchor its identity. Her rise to fame was swift. In 1976, She appeared alongside her co-stars on the cover of Time magazine, marking the show's cultural impact. Following the series, Smith expanded her career with notable performances, including her portrayal of Jacqueline Kennedy in a 1981 television film, which earned her a Golden Globe nomination.
There was no fashion in mass market.
Yet her most remarkable second act came outside of acting. In the mid-1980s, she launched a fashion line with Kmart, one of the earliest successful celebrity lifestyle brands. Over the decades, it grew into a wide-ranging business, spanning clothing, home furnishings, and beauty products reaching millions of American households. In 2002, Smith faced a personal challenge when she was diagnosed with breast cancer. After treatment, she made a full recovery and later used her experience to advocate for early detection. Since 1997, she has been married to physician Brad Allen, building a lasting partnership away from Hollywood's volatility. Now, A.D. Smith remains active, maintaining a presence on social media and continuing to engage warmly with longtime fans. She is also expected to appear at the Paley Fest reunion on April 6, 2026, a reminder that while decades have passed, her connection to Charlie's Angels and its audience remains unbroken. Cheryl Ladd. Cheryl Ladd stepped into Charlie's Angels at a moment of enormous pressure and somehow made it look effortless. Born Cheryl Jean Stoppelmoor on July 12, 1951 in South Dakota, she joined the series in Season 2 as Chris Monroe, the younger sister of Jill. Replacing Farrah Fawcett was no small task, but the creative decision to introduce her as family helped audiences embrace the transition. What followed was remarkable. Ladd remained on the show for 4 seasons.
I was just looking around. I like to stay in shape, and this was
1977 to 1981, becoming one of its most recognizable and beloved faces. Beyond acting, she built a parallel music career, releasing 4 studio albums between 1978 and 1982. Her single Think It Over reached the Billboard Hot 100 Top 40, showcasing her versatility as a performer. In 1980, she performed the national anthem at Super Bowl 14, a moment that reflected her mainstream popularity at the height of the show's success. After Charlie's Angels, Ladd continued to evolve professionally.
A novel that is so popular is, of course, when you read it.
She portrayed Grace Kelly in a 1983 biographical film, later took the stage on Broadway in Annie Get Your Gun in 2000, and introduced herself to a new generation by appearing on Dancing with the Stars in 2022. Off-screen, her life has been notably stable. She has been married to music producer Brian Russell since 1981. Now 74, Ladd remains active not only in entertainment but also in philanthropy. She has long supported Child Help, an organization dedicated to preventing child abuse, and has participated in numerous charitable initiatives. She is also expected to appear at the Paley Fest reunion on April 6, 2026. Reconnecting with fans who have followed her journey for nearly 5 decades, proof that her place in television history is both lasting and well-earned. Shelley Hack. Shelley Hack entered Charlie's Angels at a delicate turning point when the show was already a cultural force, but beginning to face shifting audience expectations. Born Shelley Marie Hack on July 6, 1947 in New York, she first rose to fame not through acting, but as the face of Revlon's iconic Charlie perfume campaign.
Oh, no, I mean, I don't mind if you have a soda pop.
By the late 1970s, she was one of the most recognizable models in America, making her casting as Tiffany Wells in Season 4 both strategic and symbolic. Replacing Kate Jackson Hack appeared in 26 episodes, 1979 to 1980. Her debut episode premiered at number 1 in the Nielsen ratings, suggesting a strong start. However, sustaining that momentum proved difficult.
He's played by Alec Baldwin, and one of the doctors is...
Overall viewership declined during the season, and her character, more refined and reserved, did not resonate as strongly with audiences accustomed to the earlier dynamic. After just 1 season, her run on the show came to a quiet end. Rather than fading away, Hack reshaped her career in a more deliberate direction. In 1983, she appeared in The King of Comedy, directed by Martin Scorsese, earning positive attention for her performance. Over time, she transitioned behind the camera, building a career as a producer. Through her company, she worked on several projects for Hallmark, with credits spanning into the late 2000s. Since 1990, she has been married to director Harry Weiner, and together they have maintained a relatively private life. Now 78, Hack resides in Connecticut, largely out of the public eye. A rare glimpse came in 2025 when she was photographed during a routine grocery outing, an understated moment that perfectly reflects her current lifestyle. Unlike the spotlight she once knew, her life today is defined by privacy, stability, and a quiet distance from Hollywood's glare. Tanya Roberts. Tanya Roberts arrived at Charlie's Angels during its final chapter, carrying both expectation and uncertainty. Born Victoria Lee Bloom on October 15, 1949 in New York, she had already worked steadily in modeling and smaller screen roles before landing what would become her breakout opportunity. Chosen from more than 2,000 candidates, she stepped into.
That's what Charlie thinks.
Season 5, 1980 to 1981 as Julie Rogers, a tougher, more streetwise angel, designed to bring fresh energy to a series fighting to maintain its audience. Her performance added a new physicality and edge, but despite the effort, ratings continued to decline, and the show concluded in 1981. Still, Roberts didn't fade. She pivoted into a surprisingly diverse career. She starred in the cult fantasy film The Beastmaster, 1982, and took on the title role in Sheena, 1984, embracing action-oriented parts that matched her on-screen persona.
I just started looking.
Perhaps if you told me...
In 1985, she reached global audiences as a Bond girl in A View to a Kill, appearing opposite Roger Moore, a distinction only a few actresses can claim. Years later, she found renewed popularity with a different generation through her role as Midge Pinciotti on the hit sitcom That 70s Show, where her warm, slightly whimsical presence stood in contrast to her earlier action roles. Behind the scenes, her life included deep personal bonds, particularly with her husband Barry Roberts, who passed away in 2006 after a long illness. Tanya Roberts died on January 4, 2021 at the age of 71 due to complications from sepsis. While her time on Charlie's Angels was brief, her career that followed proved resilient and wide-ranging, leaving behind a legacy that stretched far beyond a single season. David Doyle. David Doyle was the steady, reassuring presence at the center of Charlie's Angels, the one-man audiences could count on to appear week after week. Born David Fitzgerald Doyle on December 1, 1929 in Nebraska, he brought warmth and quiet humor to the role of John Bosley, the trusted intermediary between Charlie and the Angels. While the spotlight often focused on the leading women, Doyle's contribution was essential.
Well, I'll see you tomorrow.
Alongside Jaclyn Smith, he was one of only 2 cast members to appear in all 115 episodes of the series from 1976 to 1981. Bosley wasn't just a messenger. He was the human connection in a world built around an unseen boss. Doyle's approachable demeanor and distinctive, slightly raspy voice made the character feel authentic and grounded. Whether assisting in investigations or offering support in tense moments, he provided balance to the show's dynamic energy. After Charlie's Angels ended, Doyle continued working steadily across television and voice acting.
I mean, you three naturally are at ease in the field.
One of his most recognizable later roles came in animation, where he voiced Grandpa Lou Pickles on the popular series Rugrats, introducing him to a younger generation of viewers in the 1990s. His voice, already familiar to millions, became an enduring part of that show's charm. David Doyle passed away on February 26, 1997, at the age of 67 following a heart attack. Though often understated compared to his co-stars, his role in Charlie's Angels was indispensable. He represented consistency in a series known for change, and decades later, that quiet reliability remains a key part of why the show still resonates with audiences today. John Forsythe. John Forsythe was the invisible force behind Charlie's Angels, a presence never seen yet instantly recognized. Born John Lincoln Freund on January 29, 1918 in New Jersey, he brought life to the mysterious Charlie Townsend using nothing but his voice. In an era dominated by on-screen charisma, Forsythe proved that tone, timing, and authority alone could define a character.
Any word from Stephen yet?
No, nothing.
Remarkably, he often recorded his dialogue in what amounted to a single day per season, making him one of the most efficiently utilized and reportedly highest-paid actors on television on a per-hour basis. His delivery created an aura of intrigue that became central to the show's identity. Viewers never saw Charlie, and that mystery only deepened the connection. While the angels handled the action, Forsythe's calm, commanding voice guided every mission, anchoring the narrative without ever stepping into the frame. When the series ended in 1981, Forsythe transitioned seamlessly into another defining role.
Warm and giving and...
He starred as Blake Carrington in the hit primetime drama Dynasty, appearing across 8 seasons, 1981 to 1989. The role brought him renewed fame and earned him 2 Golden Globe Awards, solidifying his status as a television powerhouse across multiple decades. John Forsythe passed away on April 1, 2010 at the age of 92 due to complications from pneumonia. Yet his legacy remains uniquely powerful. In a medium built on visibility, he became unforgettable without ever being seen, proof that sometimes the most enduring characters are the ones left to the imagination. From Farrah Fawcett's meteoric rise to Jaclyn Smith's lasting presence and the quiet strength of Kate Jackson, the legacy of Charlie's Angels is more than nostalgia. It's history in motion. Some stars found reinvention. Others faced hardship, but all left a mark that still resonates in 2026. As legendary TV memories looks back, one question remains: was the magic of the original Angels truly about the cast, or is it something modern television has never been able to recreate?